Wait,
Fantastic. Then,
I want snacks.
okay, now go.
if everyone is sitting comfortably, then we will jump back in. Where we left off a couple of weeks ago, the group of you, miscellaneous wanderers and adventurers, had found your way to the southern town of Redfield in the Shaleguard hinterlands of the Corric Kingdom. You had all followed a call that there would supposedly be a reward on stake for those who were able to help this small farming town deal with its plight of seemingly enraged and, by all rights, unnatural nature. Plants and animals going seemingly feral and attacking the townsfolk, the livestock, and generally making life near impossible in this small farming village. You had all made your way to the Dancing Dagger, a relatively large tavern in the middle of town owned by a nice family of halflings. And you'd seen some interesting characters about, some more friendly than others, some probably too friendly, and all, or nearly all, very intoxicated, where you'd had a pretty good night between you all, and decided that safety in numbers was probably the best bet, and picking out each other as probably the most easy to travel with, we'll say, of the lot, avoiding the boisterous dwarves, the shut-in furbolgs, and the rather menacing, almost bandit-looking pack taking up a large portion of the tavern. You had set off in the morning towards one of the larger farms on the outskirts of town, where you had met a farmer whose livestock, his cows, had been being taken in the night, supposedly by wolves and bears and creatures of the forest that generally wouldn't make their way too far into human territory for fear of retaliation, but seemingly losing all care, all sensibility of this, and snatching cows away in the night. You had actually decided to speak to some of these cows, and they pointed you, along with Marley's tracking skills, to the northwest into a patch of forest where you had come across a clearing with a group of sleeping wolves and a bear. After Rags gave a less than impressive display of sneaking, you were thrust into battle with these creatures, where they were eventually put to sleep, literally and figuratively, before you were able to have a discussion with one of the wolves. And it just seemed to be angry. There seemed to be nothing in this forest creature but unbridled rage. And just after talking with this wolf, finishing off its pack, that's where we left off, as you guys were contemplating what your next moves would be. It's probably just pushing into late afternoon, early evening now. The sun is starting to make its way below the trees and cast a kind of eerie feel over this site of battle. What do you guys want to do now?
Do you want to continue into the forest?
I think we were checking the river, weren't we? Just in case the water is all weird or something.
I believe that was discussed. It was a couple of weeks ago, so we'll give everyone a minute to refresh themselves.
What is it?
All right. Whereabouts are we?
You are currently probably about a mile outside of town, just not too far into this patch of forest that rings this area of the town.
Which town would you say?
This would be Redfield, the town where you set off on this adventure.
All right. So,
if you wanted to make your way to probably the nearest water source, there's not too far to the east of you a quite a small river, as you're still quite close to the mountain that it flows down from, but there is a river that eventually makes its way through town, which would go through these forested areas, if that's where you wanted to go check out next.
What time would you say it was?
Just pushing into early evening, probably around 6 in the afternoon.
All right, so guys, how do you want to take it? Do you want to head back and get some rest, and that way we can take it on and have a full day in the forest, or?
I would quite like to check out the river, get a sample or two. And we've got the corpse of one of the wolves. I can run some tests of herbs and alchemy on its stomach. Although the wolves did point us to northwest, or yes. So I think check the river, see if anything's there. But from the sounds of it, it doesn't seem to be a spell nor poison. Although crossing them off as a definite would be better than just the testimony of wolves.
I'm very
think we probably
comfortable
have time to
resting
do both.
anywhere, so going to the river is kind of a good idea for me. Like,
Yeah, I'm down for the river.
yeah.
I think river then rest.
Very well. As you guys decide to form yourselves back into a pack and head east, who wants to take the lead navigating through the forest here?
I have good investigation and stuff. So, yeah, investigation, and I got some good nature stuff. So I'm happy to if people want me to. But obviously, if
I
somebody
mean,
else wants to,
Go
then
ahead.
go
good
for
for
it.
investigation, but yeah, that's fine.
Do you think that your character would
Sorry?
Marley? Well, like, do you think that your character would do that? Like, would she want to, or would they want to take charge? You know?
I would now that I am in spring.
Yeah, screw it, I'll
yes.
take that.
It's more like she would leave and we would follow anyways, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do
Then go
seem
for
like-
it, Marley.
More of an
You do seem
informer
like a
lead.
carve your own path type.
Okay, make I'll say make an investigation check for me, Marley.
KK. Oh, that went well. Hold up.
Is that's 6?
Yeah.
I mean, I've
As
got investigation.
you all stand around and you make this plan, and Marley very confidently decides to take the lead and heads. You think east. You will follow suit, following the very confident Aladrin, who's clearly spent a lot of time around the forests.
Don't worry, everyone. I know
Molly.
exactly where we're going.
You think you know where you're going, as you're leading the group. You think it can't be more than probably 20 minutes or so travel to get to where you think the river should be cutting through this forest. Then it's 30, 40. It's probably been about an hour, and it's starting to get very dark in the forest. Those of you with dark vision still able to see in a sort of shades of grey, still very eerie light, but you've probably been traveling for about an hour and 10 minutes. It's probably pushing around 7:30 at this point when you do catch the sounds of running water, and you do find yourself to the small brook that is making its way through the river.
I'd like to call this the scenic route, because I think I may have messed up my directions ever so slightly. I'm very sorry, everybody.
Nothing
It
wrong
was
with
very scenic, though.
But we're here
Oh,
and
that
everything's
was
pretty.
nothing wrong with
Yeah, I
nice
had a
walk.
great time.
So, Ragdrum, did you wanted to try and investigate the water a little bit? Did you?
I'd like to take a sample, yes, and then back in the room at the inn, I can sort of use the kit properly to look at it, the wolf's stomach and the wolf's saliva, see if there's any connection past just they all come from the same area.
Very well.
Does it-
easy enough to take a couple of vials that you have stashed with your kit, and take a couple of vials of the river water, one from closer to the middle, one from around the edge. No difficulty at all.
And does it look like there are any strange plants in the river more than just sort of what you'd expect from a riverbed?
Make a nature check for me.
-1. Ooh, 15.
Ow.
15. As you decide, as you're kind of wading your way into the middle of this quite shallow river to try and get some samples of the water, you decide to take a closer look at some of the plants. As you kind of reach down to just kind of take like a small tug at the kind of like coarse weeds that run along the bottom of the river, make a strength saving throw for me.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh my god.
Ooh, 7.
7. As you reach your hand down, and you give like a small tug at some of these like roots that are running along the bottom. Suddenly you feel it pull back, and the rest of you, you look over and just see Ragjum has just face planted headfirst into the water and just been pulled. Not really under us. It's only about 5 feet deep, but he is just being held under the water.
Okay, I'm gonna jump in and rescue him.
What was that? Sorry, Galad?
I'm gonna jump in and attempt to rescue him.
Okay, make a athletics check for me to try and pull him free from whatever seems to be grasping him.
18.
18. As with surprising, without any sort of hesitation, the wood elf that you travel with just dives into the river, grabs this heavily armored dwarf, and just rips. And you hear some of the plants under the water like cracking and breaking, as with another great splash, the two of you are now stoked, but Ragjum does get pulled free.
Something underwater, pulled, not quite sure. Not good.
Rex, how many times am I gonna have to save your ass on this trip?
Oh,
That's
many
twice
more.
now.
Many, many more.
Rex, were you just really thirsty?
No, something pulled me under, although I can't quite make sense of what now. But it doesn't look like anything is moving under there, does it?
I'm gonna go and have a look in the river. Like, put my feet around.
Make a nature check for me.
Okay, okay. 22.
22. After seeing what Ragjum did, you decide to take a little bit more of a distance and not just go poking your hand into the riverbed. As you're looking down, the plants, like the thick roots that run along the bottom of the river, seem to be almost moving more than you'd expect them to. Like, you'd expect a bit of a movement with the flow of the current of the river, but there almost seems to be a life to them, a will, as it were. As you kind of reach your hand in towards it, it almost seems to extend out towards you before you just pull back after seeing what happened to Rags.
Can I take a knife and slice it?
Yeah, sure. Easy enough, as now that you're knowing that it's there, you take your dagger and you reach forward and cut a small amount of it off. As you lift it up and take a look at it, it seems, now that it's in your hand, to be completely normal. It doesn't seem to be anything more than a clump of grass, essentially.
Huh. I'm gonna nibble it.
It tastes like grass too.
Huh.
Very wet grass. Thick as well.
Silky.
Greg, what's the water saying?
Pardon, sorry?
What's the water saying?
A lot of swooshing, a lot of water. I can't talk to streams, I'm afraid.
See
only
what you
so
did there.
far,
Can't
my,
talk to streams and you're talking on a stream.
Ah,
my-
full.
Is this question?
there's
Is
only
this
so far.
roots? Is this roots of a plant that we're looking at here?
I think it's more like grass.
Yeah, it's more like just kind of like a thick, coarse grass that's running along the bottom of the along the bottom of the river.
So, do you guys think we should follow the river more towards where the wolf was pointing, or should we go back for the night or something?
If it's about 7, I'm going to say about 7, 8 o'clock now.
Yeah, it's around 7:30. It's starting to. The sun is definitely about to fall behind the horizon.
Do we really want to take this at the dark? I mean, I'm fine. I've got dark vision, but I'm worried about the
I
rest
can
of you.
give everyone dark vision for 8 hours.
I don't know if I do or not.
Yeah, you do.
I can give everyone dark vision for 8 hours.
That's cool.
Like, it doesn't cost anything, I can just do it.
Do
no one's really hurting or anything, right? Or exhaustion, so...
I feel like we should go for it.
Yeah, I think we should go for it too.
Tapped out on spells, but I can hit things just as hard without, so
Yeah.
I won't get to speak to any more animals today.
Do we think
I have
casting Identify on the river would be a good idea?
Yeah, casting it on like the plant, see if that's what it does.
I want to cast it on the river
Tell us what it
because the plant was normal when we took it out and I bit it. So I think the water. So I'm going to cast Identify on the water.
Okay. As you take a moment to channel the Identify spell, there doesn't seem to be any magical effect in this water.
What?
So it's gotta be the plant.
But the plant stopped. Wait. What if the plant reacts to the water? Like, it's normal when it's not in water, and then when you put it in water, it starts being weird. And then if you eat the plant or drink the water, you get weird. Like, the animals are getting weird.
Is it only growing under the water, or is it up on the side of the riverbed too?
I have an idea.
Yes, Cesarek?
Can I get a... What can I use? What's near us? Are there any trees or bushes or...
Yeah, you are in a, it is still just generally kind of like forest around. There is all sorts of vegetation around you.
Okay. I want to get, like, a semi-decent long branch. Ideally with the most amount of leaves, and then just throw it in the water.
Okay. You do. And you watch as it flows down the river towards town.
So nothing
Perfectly
happens.
normally.
Doesn't look like it, no.
Huh.
Okay.
I don't think it's the water, you guys.
So what about the soil underneath?
It's very possible it's just a creature of plant matter that's alive down there, and cutting off part of the grass was the equivalent of cutting off an arm. Comes inert once it's not got blood flowing through it. Or
That's
sap.
true.
I'm not quite sure how it works.
That's what I was thinking too.
Before this, me and Sazerac, before we got to this town, we found a farmer who had been in a situation similar, orchard person, and we ended up fighting like a tree thing.
Blight.
That was like,
Huh. Okay.
and we weren't sure if it was spreading, but we did it like with the intention that it could help us here. I can't remember what the name of the thing was, or if we.
You
found
remember that
out.
it was called a blight, yes.
Yeah, blights.
Oh.
So yeah, the two of you have definitely seen something along these lines before. the thing that you thought seemed almost more sentient than this, but was definitely a living plant type creature.
This could be like the start of it, basically. Like before it grows into a full-fledged one, I don't know.
Maybe.
Underwater though?
It could be a different type of a fish version of what you thought.
Which direction did the wolf tell us to go in?
The wolf said northeast. The whole forest was angry.
Okay.
The wolf only seemed to notice animals, but it's possible plants are being affected as well.
Okay.
Well, I say if we come across more enemies, we should ask them too, and if they point us in a similar direction, then go there. Does this river lead to where the wolf was pointing at all?
Northwest.
It seems like it does, yes.
So maybe we should just follow the river.
If we are planning to talk to more animals, I can't do it today. I will point out.
I am going to start walking in the direction of the river, like where the wolf told us to go.
Are we flowing upstream or downstream?
It'd be up, right?
You will be going upstream.
Yeah, or upstream. I'm just going to start walking.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we're following, right?
Start following, yeah.
Might as well.
Hold on, so you need to speak a bit louder, babe. They can't hear you.
Would it be a fair assumption that, like, I could relate this to what we'd seen before? Like,
I'd say looking at the way that, as Marley was kind of like reaching down for it, the way that it was moving, there's definitely some similarities between what you remember fighting before and what's going on here. You do remember there was the stuff you were fighting before wasn't in or around a river though, so but yeah, definitely something similar going on.
So we should assume it's dangerous plant life?
Potentially, yeah.
I think something along those lines, at least partially.
Yeah.
Plants and animals being corrupted. I say we follow the river. Agreed.
okay,
Yeah, let's head
go
upstream.
for it.
Okay, I think that's a pretty unanimous decision then.
Yeah, it sounds like it. Marley, did you say that you're taking the lead again?
Yeah, only because I just decided to start walking.
Very well. That's as good a reason as any. Make a perception check for me.
Oh, okay.
I could help.
Yeah,
That's
you
the
want to
kind
try
of
and
thing
catch
I'm
up
really
to.
good at, yeah.
All right.
Did you say perception?
Do you want to? You can either both make checks, or yeah. So Fiara's going to help you, so you can either both make checks, or one of you with advantage. What would you guys
I have 15.
Well, it would make more sense for you to do with advantage because I'm helping you because you're in front.
Okay.
Yeah, so go ahead and roll perception with advantage, Marley.
Okie doke. Alright, 15.
As you guys make your way up this river, Marley, you just kind of, you decide, you're like, right, I've had enough of this, and just start to walk off. Fiara kind of like runs to catch up with you, and manages to keep pace as you're both just kind of looking around, keeping a close eye on the surroundings. You walk for maybe another 20 or so minutes as you get into definitely a thicker portion of this forest, when you want to do that? Sorry, I think Rosie's going to move rooms so that she gets better audio because it's hard for you guys to hear her.
Yeah, no
Okay.
worries.
Can we just take 2 minutes just to take a logistics setup?
Yeah, that's fine.
Not a problem.
Sorry, gang.
Mm-hmm.
this angle of me while I move.
Oh my god, it's a wonderful angle. Hi.
I hope that's not coming through on the mic.
What?
Sirens outside my window.
It's okay, we always
Oh,
have
my
sirens
window.
here too.
Pardon me?
We always have sirens here too, it's kind of ridiculous.
I live right close to the hospital. It's the only
Same.
main road away from it, so yeah.
Damn it. Oh, it's taking me back.
I have the room to myself. Rosie, make sure that you unmute your mic.
Rosie?
You gotta unmute, babe.
Unmute.
I think refresh your page, Rosie. I think it's being weird.
All that. Honestly, for a second, Rosie looked like that gif of the cat that's just vibing.
Hello, can you hear me?
Hello.
Yeah.
Yes.
Perfect.
Can you hear me good?
We can. We
Yeah,
can
sounds
hear you
great.
good. This is beautiful.
Honestly, how do you guys that stream do it? The logistics of everything is far too much work.
I understand nothing.
First setup's a bitch, and then after that, it kind of just repeats itself.
I'm
Yeah.
sat in
Yeah, I
the
suppose
fucking
after that you're just sat in
bathroom.
the same place.
I'm literally sat on the floor in the fucking bathroom.
Pog.
You weren't
I-
supposed to tell them that.
I don't even stream, and I've
Just
learned
keep
that
on
every
moving.
single stream has issues. So,
Tech issues are fun. We love them. I joke, we hate them. But, you know.
Right, fantastic. And can everyone hear me okay?
Yep, totally good.
Yes.
Fantastic. So, as the two of you, as Marley confidently strides off once again, and Fiara thinks maybe I should stick a little bit closer this time after what happened last time, and chases on after, and the two of you just kind of, I don't know how much conversation is there between the two of you as you're making your way up.
I'm just gonna compliment you. Like, you seem like you're more confident now than like when I seen you before. So I feel like you'll accept like compliments more. So I'm just gonna be like, oh my god, like, by the way, it's so nice to like feel like I have someone else here whose main thing isn't, you know, like punching stuff, because I suck at that, and god, I've been so nervous.
Oh. I think I'm nervous, but
Molly kind of
I'm just
accepts the compliment awkwardly.
I'm just excited to be around all these new people. They're very sweet. And I have a problem where sometimes my moods do a thing, and sometimes I upset people, and sometimes I hit them a bit too hard. But yeah, I'm feeling much better now.
I'm just gonna be like, you know, I have that problem too, but it's just drunk me and normal me.
I feel.
Yeah, as you guys.
Sorry.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, it's okay.
Yeah, as you're making your way further up this river, it's been a peaceful night so far, ever since the festivities with the wolves in the clearing. Honestly, barely even the stirring of barely even the setting down of birds or the stirring of bats waking up for their evening flights. It's peaceful and almost disconcerting
It's
at
too
certain
quiet.
moments.
This place is the exact opposite of my home forest. My god.
Can I take out my drum and just start playing a steady beat?
Yeah, go for it. It's reassuring, honestly, to the rest of you to have the silence broken by a by all rights talented musician. It's, I imagine, probably not too loud. Or are you just going full blare?
Fairly
I reckon
loud, but
quiet.
like not like piercingly loud.
As yeah, it is honestly reassuring for the rest of you to the drum beat, almost that sense of consistency and comfort as you know, you guys are
and
making your
also,
way.
really quickly, just while we're here, sorry. Yeah, so for anyone who needs it, I can give 4 people dark vision for 1 hour. So whenever we're ready, like, just let me know, and anyone who needs it. I don't know if anyone needs it though. I feel like
I mean, I'm good.
It-
I've got dark vision.
The
I've
benefit
got
is that
300 feet of dark vision.
that's the thing. The dark vision that you grant to people goes about 5 times further than their natural dark vision.
Okay.
Yeah, I have 300
So-
feet dark vision.
Yeah, that's what you can give to other people as well. You can give other people the 300 feet.
We
Okay,
should give it
so
to the
I'll
people
probably...
who have.
Good eye. Okay, so I'll probably give it to Marley.
But you can give it to everyone.
Oh yeah, I'll just give it to everyone.
Sounds good to me.
As how are you giving everyone this blessing as you kind of take everyone to stop and gather around for a moment?
So, I'm going to close my eyes and it's weird because like my lips move, but you don't hear me saying anything because like my lips are moving, but I'm almost like talking into my head. I'm gonna pray to the tarot of the moon, and then suddenly like your eyes go like blind for a second, and then when you open them you see like almost too much, like it's intense.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
like a a constant twilight kind of takes over your eyes and extends much further than you'd normally be expecting to see at nighttime. It's disconcerting for a moment, but helpful. As yeah, all of you can now see in the dark out to a range of 300 feet for the next hour.
Wow.
Hell yeah.
Thank you, Fiara.
No problem. And now we're just at the front like seeing everything.
Whoa.
You can also, just while we're here, Fiara, you also have a feature called Vigilant Blessing, where you can give one person advantage on their next initiative roll, just whenever that may happen.
That's cool.
And that's free if you want to pop that.
Yeah, I'm gonna look around and ascertain that probably the person who's gonna be doing the most hitting is Rags, so I'll go for that. Just because I feel like getting a drop on them is important, and for spellcasters especially, I feel like it's better to assess the situation before we pop something off.
Hmm.
Okay. On that note, can I do an investigation check? Well,
We're still, as we're going at the moment, we're still running off of Marley and Fiara's perception check. As
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, as you guys are making your way up the river, Marley's playing the drum beat and Fiara's dishing out various divine blessings across the group. Just
I'm
like
gonna
it's
just dance
nothing.
a little.
If you guys actually
Suddenly
listen to
the,
stream music, I've put the drum music on the stream now. It's cool. But carry on,
I
AJ.
like it.
Sorry.
No, that's fine. I like it. Suddenly, the quiet of the night is broken as the two of you hear, probably about 50 feet over to your right, you hear the howl of a wolf as the moon crests over the horizon and starts to light up the sky. You
Dare we go pick a fight? Does anyone else have talk to animals, by the way?
I do not.
I don't.
We seem to have lost Fiara and AJ.
And AJ.
Did both of their internets just conk out at the same time?
Well,
I'm guessing so.
My house here.
Womp, womp, womp.
So you're probably wondering why I've gathered you here today. Oh, Fiara's back.
is it for my
Sorry.
bunny drinking problem?
It may well be.
Hello? Can everyone see and hear me?
We're back.
Yeah.
Was that just me or was that
There you
everyone?
That was just you and
Our
Rosie.
internet.
Oh, okay. You know, exactly as I try and build up suspense, the internet's like, bye.
It
Yeah,
got scared
as-
and ran away.
as the silence is broken by the howl of this wolf, just over about 50 feet to your right, as
Ow.
you suddenly hear the quick footsteps of the pads of this wolf heading towards you. What do you guys want to do?
Question where Rosie's gone.
Yeah, one moment.
I'm here.
The camera just seems to have cut out.
Yeah.
Doing things.
She's just waiting for it to load. Bloody
It was back for a second.
Internet. I'm gonna blame COVID. She's just refreshed. As she is. Hey. Yeah, as you hear the bounding footsteps of these wolf pads heading straight towards the two of you, what would you guys like to do in this moment?
I would like to do two things. I'd like to climb up my nearest tree and cast invisibility.
And cast invisibility on yourself, was that?
Yeah, and also stop playing my drum, because that's really going to give away my position.
Okay,
I have an
fantastic.
idea of you just playing your drum while climbing up the tree now.
While invisible.
Yeah, I would say you're relatively practiced, and without too much issue, you managed to scarper up the nearest tree as this wolf's heading towards you, and cast invisibility on yourself as you vanish amongst the tree leaves. Nice one.
I'm going to cast. I'm going to. I'm thinking. I'm gonna call bless on everyone. So.
What does that do?
Well, everyone I can.
You can cast bless on. Are you going first or second level?
First level.
You can get 3 people. Who do you want to hit?
So Rags, Sazerac, and God, trying to remember Marley and Galad. What are you guys again? Like what?
Bard and a wizard.
But what does
okay.
bless do?
Probably Galad because Marley's in a tree and
I do be in a
invisible,
tree.
So.
Okay.
That's fair.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump into the nearest foliage and use that mask that his name escapes me.
Mask of the Wild. Okay.
Yeah.
Make a stealth check for me.
19.
19. Very nice. As you're relatively practiced in wooded areas in hiding yourself, and you just see the nearest bush that's large enough to hold you, and you just disappear into it. Rags and Sazerac, as this thing is running towards you, what would you guys like to do?
I clock that I'm not the stealthiest and hopped up on sort of the adrenaline from the advanced senses Fiora gave me. I'm just going to pull out my maul and hold it like a sort of golf club, ready to swing at whatever approaches.
Okay,
Very well.
I take my bow and arrow out, aim, but don't fire.
Okay, very well.
I'll hold my action.
Has it moved everyone over? Does everyone have a map open?
Yes.
Yeah.
Stood next to a river on roll.
All good.
Yeah, I don't see any wolves on it though.
Plot twist, it cast invisibility as well.
Yeah, no, you don't. Yeah, don't worry. That's intentional. I'm just going to bring Rosie her notebook, and then I don't know. I'll kill you guys. One moment.
Confidence.
DM's gone. Let's chat shit.
Oh my god, that DM is so terrible, right?
Yeah.
What was
I
with that
think
kitty
so.
cam
And a pen,
earlier?
please.
Like, come on.
I know.
Ruining the realism here.
God, cats aren't real.
By the way, what does Bless do?
Yeah, what does Bless do?
Oh, every time you roll to hit something and maybe something else too, Jordan.
Saving throws.
Wow.
You just add a d4, so you just roll a d4 as well, and like it adds to it.
That echo is amazing.
Oh, damn.
It's a really good spell. It's like probably one of the best spells, I think, anyway.
Do not have cast
Because it's just so
invisibility.
good.
Hello.
Hid.
Oi, oi.
One without a technical hitch, and then here I am messing everything
It
up
wouldn't be a
today.
Twitch stream without
It's one of those-
checking it out.
So, as everyone preps themselves in their various positions, see this wolf is bounding towards you. It's approaching, it's 30 feet away, 20 feet away, and suddenly it seems like it's bearing away from you. It's not coming directly towards you, it's heading downstream. It's arcing to almost run alongside your path. When suddenly, as it's getting close to you and doesn't even seem to see you, those of you that are on the ground, you feel the ground tremble. Before there's an eruption of earth, and from underneath the wolf, you see two large insectoid pincers come out of the ground, sending dirt and stone flying as it reaches up and clamps down on the wolf and brings it down underneath the ground, leaving just a hole, a tunnel in the ground where it was, the wolf gone. And you feel the ground shaking again.
Well,
I would
Sounds
like everyone
like-
to roll initiative for me.
It's not the
Ragjan, you have
water.
advantage.
I can't hear AJ. I don't know if that's on my end.
how much of that did you hear?
I heard none of it. I heard AJ go, give her his head
Did we
notebook,
lose
and
someone?
then nothing since.
I can
I
stay
assumed it was issues beyond. Let me leave. and
Sorry,
make sure
Jojo, what were you
noise.
talking about?
Oh, Rags was just saying that he couldn't hear you.
Ah.
So he's just refreshing now and seeing
Okay.
what's happening.
That's fine.
Roll 20.
Anyways, I got 3 for initiative.
I got 21.
Ooh.
Oh wait, I forgot to add.
Okay, I don't know if I can hear people now.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hey,
Nice.
George.
Okay, I can hear AJ again. What did I miss?
We're just rolling
the-
initiative.
What did you hear is more the apt question.
I heard you go give Rosie her notebook, and then I heard nothing from you since.
Well, so basically the
Basically,
wolf was
wolf
coming
is gone.
towards you, and then it started to arc its path as to not run directly towards you, but almost run alongside you, before an eruption of earth and two large insectoid pincers clamped it and dragged it beneath the earth, leaving a tunnel in its wake. And you can still
Okay.
feel the ground shaking around you, and I need you to roll initiative for me.
Okay. And I have advantage because of Fiara.
You have advantage because of the Vigilant Blessing.
That is a 17.
Okay.
Ooh, very nice.
I rolled high.
I got 6.
Ooh.
Okay. So I got a 16.
21.
And a 3.
21, very nice. All right, very well. As you see Marley from your position up in the tree, you see this creature disappear and go back under the ground. But at this point now, even from in the tree, you can feel the tree trembling.
Huh.
It is your turn. The creature has vanished. What would you like to do?
Height?
No,
Get in the tree?
I mean, I'm in the tree.
You're in the tree?
Can I shout to everyone? Did you guys just see that? The thing in the ground. What do we do? I don't want to upset it. Because it looks pretty mad.
I'd fight it.
I think it's already angry at us anyway. Might be.
Okay. I have an
But
idea. I don't know how well this is going to end for everyone, but I'm going to jump onto the ground, and I am going to cast 2nd level Earth Tremor.
Okay. Very well. Where are you going to... So there is currently like a hole in the ground where this creature had just dived back in. Is that where you want to cast it?
Yeah.
Okay. I would like you to roll your 2d6 points of bludgeoning damage for me.
Okay. 3.
Let's see if the camera can pick up what I rolled on this beautiful little dice. That is a nice little 1 right there. As you cast Earth Tremor, and suddenly all of you feel where the ground is shaking here, it suddenly starts to shake more and more as this rumble where this creature just dove back beneath the earth. And suddenly the earth almost seems to just launch up once again and bring with it, just landing on the ground where it just came out of this hole, this very, very disconcerting sight. My cat screaming in the hallway. A enormous, almost like a many-legged insect. You count quick, 6, 8, 10, you can't tell. Just it's thrown out of the ground and lands belly up on the floor. See these 2 long antennae twitching around all over the place, and these 2 huge pincers ready to bite. You still see bits of wolf kind of hanging off of them. As it is knocked prone. Let me get it on the map here.
Ooh, cutie.
Yeah, isn't it beautiful? Let me get a nice big red square behind it in case you guys didn't know that it was a bad guy. And yeah, it is knocked prone on the ground. You can see where you've knocked it prone and it has gone belly up. There is like a large portion of it which looks a lot less armored than the rest of it. And it does not look happy as it is flailing around on the broken earth. Does that end your turn?
Am I still invisible?
No. Casting the spell will have broken your invisibility.
Okay, that's fine. I think I'm a safe distance away. I think I'm good. Yeah, I'll have my turn.
Yeah, if you want to, you can use your bonus action to give some bardic inspiration.
Oh yeah, I would love to give I'll give Cesarak bardic inspiration.
Much
Very well.
appreciated. Thank you very much.
I take it we're fighting this thing then.
As Rags, you stood there ready to fight a wolf, and just moments later, the earth has erupted twice.
I
and
lost
there is now
AJ
a
as soon as he
giant
started speaking to me.
insect.
I mean, I've lost everyone.
Thanks.
I think he's refreshing. Should we take Sazarak's turn first?
Yeah.
Let's
Okay.
swap their initiative there. Think on the fly. Sazarak, you are up as Ragdrum looks like he needs a moment to compose himself as this creature has just landed with this almost like fleshy belly up in the air, surrounded by this chitinous hide. What would you like to do?
Okay. I will use one of my flaming arrows.
Very well. You take a bonus action to light up your arrow. And make an attack roll for me. So after this, you have one left of those that you made previously.
Yes. Okay, so that is my attack is. Sorry, I gotta remember all this. Actions. So that would be a D6 plus 3.
So first, if you give me a d20 and
D20.
add, off the top of my head, it would be 5 to that.
Okay, D20 plus 5 coming up. Yeah. Ooh, 9.
9, unfortunately, that is not going to hit.
You have
As-
plus 2, right?
Oh, you are blessed. So
Yeah.
roll a d4 and you can add it to your total.
And roll D4.
Am I back? My internet entirely crashed every single.
You're back.
You're back, you're back.
We skipped your turn, but we'll get to you. I've just swapped your place.
That's fair. Yeah, every single thing I was connected to just disappeared.
That is another 3 to it. So that'll make it 12.
Did we just lose AJ?
Yeah.
Yeah, lost me.
Yeah, he just froze for me. Oh, I can hear him.
And VR's gone.
Yeah.
2021's going well, isn't it?
It was so good last time, you guys.
It was perfect.
Internet just is not our friend today. I'm next to the router. Why aren't you working?
It's 2021. It's time to get reliable internet across the world. Who's frickin' with me?
What's funny is I live around the corner, and I'm fine.
Yeah.
Same provider though?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, who's your internet with? Because I don't know who's Rosie and Asia is with, but I know Virgin Media messes up in Southampton most of the time.
Yeah, I have Virgin Media,
Ah,
Oh,
can't even blame it on
but
them.
I have the
internet.
I have the super good fast version of Virgin.
Ah, fair. We have the cheapest we can afford.
Like,
Because students.
How's that
Hey,
working
Jake,
for
can
you?
you hear it?
Oh, I can see AJ.
I'm
Yeah.
back. I'm back. Can you hear me?
Can you hear it?
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
good.
yep.
Rosie's
VR
not
is
there.
not back yet.
VR is on her way, I'm guessing.
Ah, they're gone again.
Ah,
AJ? Gone again.
no, we froze.
Yeah.
I swear it wasn't me. I did not cast Ray of Frost on him. Or their internet.
This sucks.
We need that technical difficulties music.
Oh yeah. I've got some really cool fight music going at the moment.
Hmm.
I mean, technically, we are in a fight.
It's just a fight that's buffering.
Fight with the internet.
Everyone just have a seat on the ground. We'll resume this when we can.
You
Bug will be fine there.
Sit still, Bug, okay? We'll be with you in a second.
The bug's just sat down, waiting for its turn as well.
Yeah, so far.
That's how I play RPGs. I don't really have any buffers besides like acid stuff to enemies, so I'm just going to be completely attacking.
Yeah, I'm all out of spell slots, so the only thing I can do is hit it hard at the moment.
I'll
Hooray
be
for
honest.
tanks, right, Regs?
Pardon, sorry?
I'll be honest. I'm not expecting my fire arrows to do a lot of damage.
Well, I have a couple acid arrows I'm going to use that do 4d4s, and then on the next turn another 2d4s.
That's an arrow. Yeah.
Ah. I got 2 of those. My other good one, unfortunately, I have to be really close, and I don't really want to get close to this guy.
No, we've got big teeth.
I guess I do have a...
Alright, I might have a plan. I might have a plan.
How about you two? Do you guys have any, like, buffer spells that you can use on others or anything like that?
I can get blessed, but again, I don't have any spell slots, so...
I've run out of second level spell stuff. I think I've got some cantrips. Got some good old thunderclap.
Cantrips are always good.
I've got some first level slots left, but I mean, I've got Earth Tremor in level 1, and I've got Tasha's Hideous Laughter. The other 2 are Identify and Disguise Self, so I don't think they're going to be helpful.
You make yourself look like you might think you're a friend.
That's true, I could turn myself into a beetle.
Mate, I recognise Dave.
Is that a viable strategy? Can I turn myself into a beetle?
I think you'd look like a beetle, but like if a beetle has the shape of an elf.
Oh yeah.
Would you turn into a giant one though, or would it
Yeah,
just be a normal
a
size
giant beetle?
I think you can make yourself look a foot taller.
We have to find out how big this beetle is, and then I'll turn into it.
But the question is, which beetle would you be?
I'd be a Ringo.
Yeah, you caught on.
It wouldn't be Ringo.
There is, no matter what you say about the person, the name Ringo Starr is fantastic.
It's a great name.
It's the most rock star name, I think, apart from like Dave Rockstar.
Dave Rockstar.
You know, old Dave Rockstar.
Kind of like how the most crisp name ever is Chris Christopherson.
I'm quite partial to the alias Guy Fawkes of John Johnson, famous for doing job at place.
I was looking at some funny photos, and one of them was an article on like an Onion-esque site that said "There's no colony under the surface of Mars," written by Hugh Mann.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. Actually, I really like the Canadian version of the Onion called the Beaverton, which is also a TV show that does some pretty funny shit.
Oh.
The beaver turtle.
Yes. How Canadian of us, because believe it or not, that's our national animal.
I mean, Scotland's national animal is a unicorn, so
I want to live in Scotland now. Of course, while they're doing this, they have no internet issues, right?
Yeah, but they'll connect, and as soon as they connect, you're like, right,
Yeah.
we're connected. Okay, and
Yeah. The internet got scared of the bug. That's my theory.
it's the best one we've got so far.
I mean, it was better than my theory.
Which is the cat
Internet's
did the
got
corpse.
Internet's
sorry.
got bugs.
Hey, do you know the origin of the story of why it's called a bug in a computer?
Why?
I
There
know something about it, but I can't remember the exact.
One of the earliest ancestors of the computer, which was a storage device, once had a moth fly into it
That's,
and get baked alive, and then the name a bug in the system caught on.
That I did not know.
No, I didn't know that either.
Yep, and the person who discovered it
I couldn't
kept the
remember the
corpse.
exact.
Put it in her journal. I kind of want to see that. I hope it's in a museum someday.
Okay. I've done all the investigating on my character sheet, and my best tactic so far is turn into a beetle.
It's better than what I
Is
have.
that actually a good tactic, or do you just really want to turn into
I
a
really want to
beetle?
turn into a beetle.
Frickin' knew it. I mean, it's not out of character for Marley to do that.
Exactly.
That's why you and I get along so well, because you're a lone wolf and I'm just a go along with the crowd kind of person. Okay, whose turn is it then?
Ragdrum, it is your turn.
He's prone.
He's prone. He's got this like fleshy, like almost belly up in the air where he's prone, rather than the kind of like chitinous hide. Looks like it'll be a bit easier to hit.
I will bring my big hammer down on his fleshy guts.
Fantabulous.
Advantage with a D4 because prone and blessed.
Yep.
Natural 20. What a way to start back.
Whoa.
Nice.
Marvelous.
Also, actually, you do that, but where we actually cut out, JJ, what did you roll on your D4 for bless?
I rolled a 3, so that would
You
bring my
rolled a 3.
up to 12.
Which hits, so you can roll damage as well.
Okay.
We're doing the max crit rules that we usually do, right, Adrian?
No, we're doing normal.
Normal crit, so double the dice. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I rolled well on the dice.
So, JJ, you can give me 3d6 piercing damage, or 3d6 plus 3 piercing damage, because you got a sneak attack, and a d4 of fire damage.
So 3d6 and a d4, yeah?
And then add 3 for your dexterity.
Okay, so... Okay, as soon as my dice want to load up, which evidently... Oh, there we go. Okay, so 3d6 plus 4. My total is 21.
Very nice.
With the extra, what is it? 4?
21. So wait, so what did you roll on the dice, sorry?
So I got 21 on the dice.
On 3d6.
Yeah, 3d6, and that was straight 6s, plus a d4, which was a 3.
No, you don't roll the d4 on damage.
No, the d4 was for the fire arrows. Okay, yes, I'm with you. You just rolled insanely high. I thought your numbers didn't add up.
He also has bardic inspiration from me.
Yes, but doesn't actually need it because that's for rolling to hit.
Oh, cool. Okay.
He's doing. So then, okay, so with the plus 3 from your dexterity, that's 24 damage from Sazerac. And Ragdrum, how much you got?
26 damage. Roll a 6 and a 5 on the dice.
Ooh.
Okay, as this thing erupts out of the ground, and is instantly, as it lands on its belly, suddenly this flaming arrow pierces into the kind of like fleshy underside, and then this great maul comes down onto it. This thing basically just pops. It is very, very dead from that onslaught, as the two of you just come down on it in almost near synchronization. As that is going to bring us to the end of your guys' turn. The ground is still shaking underfoot.
Oh.
And
I'm giving them a hand from behind my bush.
as Ragdrum.
Oh no, that's me.
Well, I can't roll above a 3, so that's
What makes my life better?
I'm gonna guess your armor class is higher than 8.
Just a little bit, yeah.
As one of these creatures erupts out of the ground with this great of earth next to you, and as it does so, it tries to bite into you like it did to the wolf, or like the other one did to the wolf, and it has a bad time.
Just sort of
Completely, it just onto your armor, and just doesn't manage to crush at all. So it pulls back, and it is now going to be situated. I'm gonna get good one day at getting stuff up quickly on Roll20. Is now going to be situated right next to you there.
Just a thing, Pix, on your stream, could you move the map just a little bit closer so we see everyone? It's just, well, you're missing Galad. That's better. Yep, cool.
Thank you.
That's okay.
I'm hiding anyways.
That is a 12 to hit your AC.
No.
That is another miss. As you watch this thing jump out at Ragdrum, and suddenly you realize the ground's still shaking, as you just dive forward as another one of these erupts out of the ground behind you. But you manage to get out of the way of its jaws, and it is now just there snapping at you. That is going to bring us to your turn, in fact.
My turn?
Yes.
Okay, so I remember I used my Twilight thing, right?
Yes, you used your Channel Divinity.
And I only have one thing of Channel Divinity.
At the moment, yeah.
Okay. It's so weird that it's...
It's because it's new stuff.
Okay, cool. So, how many things? Is it just those two?
Just those two at the moment.
Okay,
And as they've both erupted out of the ground underneath you seems to stop shaking. As it stands, it seems like they're
Only once.
they're all out.
okay, I think we've just hit one thing.
Yes.
Shit. Okay, I'm going to look pretty panicked, and then I'm going to search around in my deck until I find the Tower card, otherwise known as the Card of Destruction, and I'm going to cast Moonbeam.
Right. Where do you want to... That's your Moonbeam? Where do you want to drop that?
Probably on that one
On this one here?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's your last second level slot, right?
No, I got one more.
You cast a Moonbeam last.
Did I? Okay, that's all my spells then.
So what does it have to do for me? Give me
Con
some-
save.
Constitution saving throw. Don't look at the screen as I pull up the stat.
I won't.
No. That's a 13?
Hog 14.
Nice, that's a
Hey.
fail. Alright, where's your dice?
2d10 radiant damage. Fuck is a d10?
Yeah, those ones.
Hog.
18. Very nice. As Fiara pulls out this. What was it? 18.
Yes.
As Fiara pulls out this card from her deck, and suddenly, out of the tree line, where you've all been seeing this twilight, the light seems to concentrate, and the moonlight just burns through and directly onto this creature, as it starts to like screech, and you hear like the hissing sounds under its armored hide. Would you like to move?
Well, I would like to move, but I am worried about moving. So, I think I'll just call out and be like, "A little help here, please, anyone."
You staying put?
Yeah, there's no moving.
Sure.
I could die in like one hit.
Maybe.
I got 15 health.
Gilad, that's going to bring us to your turn.
Okay, I'm going to use Firebolt on the one closest to Rosie over there.
Very well. Make an attack roll for me.
Do I need to do a 20 first?
Yes, yeah. So D20 plus your spell attack modifier, which should be 4 or 5,
And plus a D4.
and then add an extra D4 on there because you are blessed.
Okay,
Bless.
so I got 12 then altogether.
12. Unfortunately, that is going to just miss, as it strikes into the armored hide, and the fire just kind of dissipates across the edge, scattering a few embers onto the ground below. And that is going to bring us to Marley's turn.
Hi. I'm just reading something. Okay. Right. I don't know which. I have two things that I want to do, and I don't know which one I want to do because I think I can only do one of them.
Flip a coin.
What are the two things, and I'll let you know if you can do one or two.
I'm going to either cast Thunderclap on left monster boy, or I'm going to absolutely leg it to the same monster boy but slice its belly.
Yes, you can do one or the other.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, I am going to run to this wee boy, and I'm going to slide underneath him with my sword and slit its belly open, and then hopefully
Okay.
run from behind it.
Make an attack roll for me.
Does 11 hit?
Ooh. 11 does not hit,
Ah!
unfortunately. As you try to slide through, one of its legs just knocks the sword, almost knocking it out of your hand, and your focus is kept on holding it. Do you still want to go through to the other side of it? Or do you
Yeah.
want to stay put?
Yeah, I don't want to be underneath it.
Okay, as you make it through to the other side of it, flanking it with Fiara now.
Woo!
What do I get to do as a bonus action?
You can inspire somebody.
Oh, cool. I will throw some inspiration at Fiara then.
Alright. It's D6 for you. You know how bard inspiration works. You played it bard.
Yes.
So,
That wasn't. Ragdrum, you're up.
Yes. I don't really have much else I can do, so I'm just gonna smack the dude right in front of me.
Bonk.
I am still blessed, aren't I?
Yes. No, the bless will have actually dropped because of the moonbeam.
The moving, yes.
Oh shit.
So you guys are no longer blessed, but there is a beam of radiant fire burning down on that.
That is pretty neat. On. 14?
14 just hits.
Ooh.
As you manage to get a solid crack down onto its shell.
4, reroll that 1, it's my thing. 8, 12 points of damage to him.
12 points of damage, very nice.
And I will just take a step towards Sazerac to help guard up for them down there.
Very well. That's going to bring us to Sazerac's turn.
Okie dokie. Sorry, I was just finding out stuff. If you want to take a look on the chat. Right, so I will use my short sword. Yeah, I'll just go full in attack.
Very well, go for it.
So that's a D20 to hit.
Yep, that's going to be a D20, add 5.
Alright, so the D20 is... Why is it taking so long to roll? And after all that time, it was a 4.
It was a 4. Unfortunately,
can I use a bonus action?
To do what?
There is a thing which I want to find because I was looking at this earlier. Insightful fighting.
You can do that, yes, that is a bonus action. Remind me on the specifics of that.
As a bonus action, you can make an insight check against a creature you can see that isn't incapacitated, contested by the target's deception check. If you succeed, you can use a sneak attack against the target, even if you don't have advantage on the attack roll.
Okay, so what that means is that if you hit it, it's an extra way for you to get sneak attack, so you can do that, but unfortunately you did still miss, so you need to hit as a prerequisite for the sneak attack.
Gotcha.
But you can do an insight for fighting, and then that lasts for a whole minute.
Okay.
So make an insight check for me.
Insight. D6.
D20.
D20. And my insight is a +6, so that would make it a total of 10.
So Lieutenant, well, it's not the most deceptive creature, and it rolled a 4. As this thing is not very good at masking its upcoming actions, which you can currently tell are to dive headfirst onto Rags. So yeah, you do now. If you hit it, you will be able to get sneak attack against it.
Okay.
As you kind of take a moment to read it, work out what its next moves are going to be. That's going to bring us to its turn, as it is going to make said move and attempt to bite Rags' head off.
That makes sense. That's what I'd do if I was him.
That is a 14 to hit.
That misses.
That misses.
Oh, come on.
The other one is going to attempt to take a bite out of Marley as you have just tried to stab it in the belly, and it doesn't like that. That is a 7 to hit your armor class. I can't roll dice. As Ragdrum, the one next to you, is going to dive up and burrow back into the hole where it came from.
Can I make an opportunity attack as it does that?
You can do.
I will do that then.
I suppose you
By the way, I just want to say, if you, AJ, you say you can't roll dice, I've just rolled 15 D20s on D&D Beyond. Every single one of them was a 4.
So, Jordan, what was your opportunity attack? 17, that is going to hit.
Okay, and nothing to re-roll, so 9, 13 points of damage.
13 points of damage, very nice.
He runs away.
I'm going the fuck out.
That's fine, as it dives below the ground. Liara, that's going to bring us to your turn. As this thing is bearing down on your new ally, trying to take a bite out of Marley, as Marley's just there, panicked, ducking and diving.
Okay, I'm going to use
my action. Do I use my action to do the moonbeam, or is that at the end of its turn?
It's technically it's at the start of its turn. So
Okay. So I'm going to cast Hold the Dead on that one. So I'm going to pull out a Death card and reverse it, so it becomes a card of decay. And then I'm going to cast Hold the Dead.
all right, what does it need to roll? Is it Wisdom or is it Constitution?
Okay.
I'll roll a dice, and knowing me, I'll roll a 2. Oh, I rolled a 7 on the dice. So yeah, that's going to succeed. So
It
roll
was
a
a
D
wisdom.
with a Wisdom. Believe it or not, it doesn't have the highest Wisdom. So roll a D12.
Oh, 1.
Oh, no.
Damage is damage.
What is rolls?
As it is going to, as you see Fiora pulls out this card, and suddenly from the card in her hand, you will hear this doom, this bell ring out, and you see small amounts of this weird, like, purple brackish blood come out from where you imagine the ears of an insectoid creature would be. As that's going to bring us to Galad's turn.
Okay. I'm going to move to here. And then try Firebolt again.
Oh my god, squishy gang!
And I got a 20 on the roll.
Natural 20 or total?
Natural 20. Sorry, I
Wow.
can't see my modifiers at the same time. I can only see my actions, so...
No, so with a nat 20, that means you're going to get a crit. So you can roll double the dice. So roll 2d10 for me instead of 1d10.
Okay. A 5 and a 7.
5 and a 7, very nice. That's maths 12. As you sprint forward, and as you do so, you grab some of the leaves off one of the nearby bushes and just ignite them in your hand and throw them towards this thing. You manage to get near perfect aim, and there's a small patch in between two of the plates of this chitinous armor around its neck. As you throw it in, and it just from the inside of the shell, it almost seems to boil the body and explode from the inside out. That thing is dead as heck.
And I give Fiora a high five.
Thanks,
You
guys.
I reciprocate. I'm gonna look like really embarrassed all of a sudden, and then I'm gonna excitedly high five you back.
Shrimping.
I'm just gonna lay on the floor.
As you lay on the floor, the floor is vibrating a lot. The creature that's disappeared from around Rags, you get the sense is still around you somewhere. So Marley, what would you like to do?
Is there a hole where it came from?
There is, right next to Rags, yeah.
Alright. Can I get down there? Is that okay? Like...
You can get down there if you jump down there.
Alright, I'll
You
jump
will
down
not
there.
be able- Okay. Make an acrobatics check for me.
Where'd it go? I can't find it. Oh,
Someone near the top of the...
is that athletics, right? No, it's fine. It's fine. I've got it. 18.
18.
Mm-hmm.
You have, not that anyone can see it in here, a surprisingly graceful landing. You manage to halve your full damage from 8 to 4, so you take 4 points of bludgeoning damage,
Okay.
and you've just jumped about 25 feet. You didn't realize, as you didn't have time to look, but you've just jumped and fallen about 25 feet. Directly in front of you, you see the jaws of this creature as it was getting ready to head back up for another bite at Ragdrum from beneath his feet. You still have your action.
Cool.
What would you like to do?
I'd like to cast Earth Tremor on its face.
Okay. That will probably hit you as well.
Fuck it.
Okay, go for it. So I need you to roll I think it's a dexterity saving throw, and the
Yeah.
creature will do the same. I'm going to give it disadvantage because it's taking up the entirety of this tunnel, as the tunnel was made with its body.
18.
18. So you succeed. So roll a d6. You take half damage. It failed, so it takes the full damage.
Okay, I just rolled a 4.
Roll a 4. Okay, so you take another 2 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And Ragdrum, as you watch this scene unfold in front of you, you see your adversary disappear beneath the ground as you manage to get a swing cracking into its back. Suddenly, your new ally just dives in after it, and then in this hole in front of you, you feel the earth start to before the two of them are launched out of it. One dead, the other one your ally. And the
That is
tunnel
about right.
as the tunnel collapses on their way out, and Molly, you hit the ground for another 6 points of damage.
6.
6.
Hey.
But the creature lands with a resounding boom next to you, dead.
Hell yeah.
Wow.
Cool girls don't look at the landing, right?
For all intents and purposes, that was the coolest kill, like, I've ever done in D&D.
I can't
Mark
even
it down in your kill book.
kill of the year, even though the year's just started.
It's only killed one.
God, for elves, we're freaking deadly, aren't we, Marley?
Hell yeah, we are.
As silence, apart from just the quiet sounds of the river alongside you, takes the forest again. As I imagine you're pretty wounded, Molly.
Yeah, I have 9 hit points left.
Oh god.
I'm doing
Gotcha.
well.
And being a gremlin.
Oh.
Did anyone even get hit apart from Molly?
Nope, I didn't.
Nope.
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 Tank bard.
Let's go.
I've got this. I'm fine. I'm okay. I'm just bleeding a bit.
1000% you need to be playing a victory tune here, girl.
Oh hell yeah, I do.
I love the fact that's the staple victory
It
to
is.
anything now.
Final Fantasy tattoos. I'm in deep.
For me, it's da-da-da-da.
In gremlin.
Oh yeah, that's Zelda. I'm
Yeah.
an idiot.
Yeah, as quiet. The
Just playing this to
river
celebrate.
side, 3 of these very large insectoid bodies. One of them popped basically with a maul, the other one burnt from the inside, and the other just sheer force of earth crushing it.
Do you guys think the cooked one will taste good in the middle?
I'm willing to try it.
Well, I've certainly eaten worse, so I'm happy to give it a go.
Okay, so then I cut open the one that I burned to death to see if there's any good meat under the burn shit.
What about the one that we killed where it's just like caught in, like burnt in the chest? And that way we-
Oh.
The flare arrow and the maul. That one is. When I say there was a pop, some of that creature is left on rags.
Oh.
Yummy.
fair enough.
As you cut into it, it's got a very like strange, almost like blubbery hide underneath all the armor. Once you get past like quite a big layer of fat, which you get is probably what you were burning, it does not seem like nice meat. I'm not gonna lie to you. It is gristly and somehow gooey at the same time.
Can I investigate it for like poisonous properties?
Yeah, make either investigation or survival check. Up to you.
Probably investigation. I think that's way higher here. Oh, damn. Nat 1, so 6.
As you decide to reach around inside this thing and look for any sort of poison, you don't find what you're looking for. But you do get the sense that there's some sort of acidic property in here. As you reach your hand directly into it and take 9 points of acid damage as you realize you've just hit an acid sac.
Ouch! Oh god.
Shit.
And you reach your hand in and it kind of... And you pull your hand back and it's like burnt from the acid.
Sorry, I can't see my hit points on this.
I'll sort of just walk up and tap Marley on the shoulder and sort of be like, "But coming up the ground, impressive." And I'll give you 10 hit points from lay on hands.
Oh, thank you.
I ran out of spells, so
Are you down to 0?
yeah, I thought I saved one, but then you reminded me about that moonbeam. I was saving one for healing, but then I guess I wasn't.
Is anyone else hurt? I've got a little bit more that I can hand out. I'm doing alright myself.
I don't think I'm hurt at all.
Sorry, did you heal me?
No, me.
I healed Marley, but I've got a on a scale of 1 to 15. I've got about 5 left.
So annoying.
If anyone needs a little bit of a top up.
I would like to walk to the shell of one of these beetles and just sit on the shell with a very pleased, victorious look on my face, pull out my lute, and play for everybody a Song of Rest. Because
Okay,
I assume we're
so-
going to be resting at some point soon, so...
Sorry, one sec. AJ, you said I took 6 points of damage, right?
9 points of acid
6?
damage. I rolled really, really high.
Yeah, okay. I'm only at 8 hit points, so maybe I should take a heal.
We should take a rest.
I'll
Yeah.
take the hand that like got burnt acid, and you see my other one just glows with like green light, and I'll give you 5 hit points.
Thank you.
I'm rocking. I've still got temporary hit points from last session, so I'm doing all right.
Oh, I did too, but I got rid of them. I had 6 temp HP.
Oh no, you don't get rid of them until you long rest.
Hog, I've got 21 hit points.
Pog.
Tank.
I'm a tank.
I'm still
I'm
on
still-
26. I'm doing all right.
I'm still on a full 21, so
AJ, shall I get everybody doing the 1d6 for the Song of Rest now, or after a rest?
If you guys decide to take a short rest. So it's up to you guys if you wanna. Like, if you do want to take a rest, if you want to take an hour to sit down and recuperate, or if you want to take a sleep and
I
have
need
a
to
full...
sleep. I need to sleep. I've got no
Yeah.
spells, so I really need to sleep.
I can go a little bit longer, but anything special you want me to do, I'm a little bit tapped out. So
Okay, so
Does
long
sleep,
rest then.
sleep replenish health?
Yeah,
Yes, that
replenishes
will-
everything.
It will
Okay.
get you back up to full health, full spells, everything.
I mean, I
will-
didn't use any of my non-cantrips, so...
Look at
I'm
you,
absorbing.
way better at conservation than me. I just use everything.
That's what happens when they're all attack and your cantrips are just damn good to start with.
Yeah.
I got really carried away at basically researching tarot cards for the last month. So I just really want to get them all out there. I learned about reversing them.
That's so
and,
cool.
Other decks. It's lit.
So we're all just having a little conversation by the river while we try and sleep, and Marley's keeping us
And
So,
company with some...
so is
Was
this
it
a
a
long
loop
rest then or a
for
short rest?
long rest.
I think we go back to the tavern and take a long rest.
Yeah. Do you guys want to sit down? My headphones.
I think we should set down here just in case.
Yeah. For sure.
Between us, we can take. I know you still need a few hours, right, Marley?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So then I can keep watch for a couple.
And go out front as well.
Oh my
mean-
god, they both trance.
Yeah.
So that means we can have one trance than the other.
Sentry turrets.
Wait, what? Sorry, I missed something, I think.
So the elves among you only have to rest for 4 hours rather than 8. So if one of you rests, then the other, technically, you can keep a constant watch, guard over the camp.
Well, Marley, I think you have more hit points than me, so is it okay if I go first?
Yeah, go for it.
Good shout.
Oh, right. Can't get her.
I will play some soothing music on my lute to put everyone to sleep. Or trance.
And while you're doing that, Jody comes and join you because she don't need rest.
Hell yeah.
Ragnar, what are you saying?
I'd like to take some of the stomach lining and saliva of these insects and then do the herbalism analysis of everything I've gathered so far.
Okay, make a survival check to try and get the saliva in a safe manner.
Can I help?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, cool. Should we both roll, or I don't mind. I don't mind taking another one and cutting it up.
I already rolled, so if you roll as well instead of me, or
okay, cool. I'll do that.
8. Not good.
Ooh.
23.
Oh.
As Ragdrum just kind of gung-hos in, not paying attention to what Galad had just done, and goes for the exact same spot when you just kind of see him and just slap his hand out the way to stop him just going gauntlet first into the acid sack.
It's weird, like you see her like eyes kind of dim almost, like as this whole like other person like persona takes over her, and it seems that like this was something that she is like, this is something that is like second nature to her, and it seems like out of character, you know.
Oh,
cat.
Cute.
As with the careful assistance of Fiara, you do manage to get the gubbins that you wanted to get.
I'd like to compare it all with my herbalism kit and see if there's any poisons or like fungus or like anything funky that seems out of the ordinary for all these things to have eaten that might have affected them.
Okay, make a roll. Use your wisdom and your proficiency bonus for your herbalism kit.
Okay, +2, let's go. 13.
13? From what you can detect, you don't... With the insectoid bits, you really don't know anything about this type of creature, so it's hard to ascertain if there's anything off about it. With the kind of like more natural element of the wolf stomach that you collected, was it?
Yeah, wolf stomach and a bit of saliva and some river water.
You don't find anything that seems out of the ordinary to you.
Okay.
You got spit and guts.
Well, I didn't think it was a poison, but worth checking anyway. We'll keep following the river tomorrow. I will go to bed. Take a long rest.
Come and join me, Regs.
Pardon, I heard my name.
I said, come and join me, Regs.
No, that's fine. I've got my own sleeping equipment. That's fine. Thank you for the offer, though.
Even the same equipment, Jesus Christ.
Oh my god,
Yeah,
I'm gonna be like, oh, Galad slumber party. I'll come with you.
And I'm gonna be like, just blink. Okay.
Blink twice if you need help.
Was that enough times?
You guys, with the two elves among you alternating watches, kind of swapping over in the middle of the night, your rest goes by peacefully. You're surprised to find you don't seem to be disturbed this night, so everyone can replenish everything.
Yep. All done?
Actually, it doesn't go peacefully. I kill everyone in their sleep.
Oh,
well,
no.
fine.
I'm pretty sure Jody would have protected me. I'd love to see you take on Jody.
That would be funny.
Rags, Mrs. Rabbit, what would happen?
Well, she's more than a rabbit. You just don't know that yet.
You'll find yourself coming to consciousness in a much better state than in the hangover-induced headaches of the previous day. But yeah, one by one, you will find yourselves awaking to the sounds of the river and the sunlight starting to peek through the dense tree cover. Still not the most comfortable sleep because you're out in the woods, but some of you are used to it. As the morning is yours, what do you guys want to do?
Okay, I guess, when I wake up, first of all, I'm gonna nudge Gallad awake, and I'm gonna be like, good sleep, right? And then I realize that you've just been watching over us for the last, 4 hours, not sleeping. And I'm just like, okay.
I just look at her with a neutral expression on my face.
I think we should, I guess, do we think that's it now? Do we think the problem's over with? Or, maybe we should keep going down the same path, you know?
I think we need to head northwest, where the wolf said the ish were coming from.
I think if we come across any more wolves, we should investigate if they're acting strangely still.
Yeah.
You can talk to animals again, right? So
For about half an hour today.
we need one question. Do you feel like killing today?
Yes, but if we can only use that once, we might as well save it until we know.
Well, 3 times 10 minutes apiece.
Yeah.
So, are you guys going to carry on your trek up the river?
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Since I'm
gonna.
most awake, I'm gonna lead.
Great. So, Gallad, if you're taking the lead, make a survival check for me.
Uh, 15.
15. It's pretty smooth sailing, since you've got the river to guide you towards your destination. You're kind of making your way through the forest. You manage not to disturb any of the more passive wildlife, and you don't run into you don't end up running into any wolves or bears today, possibly because of time of day, who knows. You follow the river for another half hour or so before cresting in front of you is rather large hill, quite a steep incline, and it looks like the river that you're following cuts through this hill in a hillside cave.
What do you guys want to do?
I think we should explore the cave, obviously. So, if everyone wants to, I think we should. I don't know if we'd be very good at sneaking in.
I am essentially already in the cave.
I have high stealth.
I am walking through the cave thing now.
I mean,
You're walking straight up to the cave?
Yep.
Okay, make a perception check for me.
Oh god damn it. Hang on. 7.
7?
Yep.
Okay. As what are the rest of you doing as Marley just kind of rushes straight up following the river? Are you keeping pace?
Yes, I'm going to, really quickly, I'm going to search around, draw the card of the sun, otherwise known as enlightenment, and I'm gonna grant Rags another vigilant blessing.
That's a bonus to you.
I am gonna help Marley investigate the cave entrance.
Okay, make a perception check as well for me, Gala.
12.
12. As you reach what would be the mouth of this cave, and it's quite a small opening, as it looks like the river's probably mostly what's cut through this cave. You hear, before you see anything in this dark cave, kind of low, almost like humming growl.
I'm gonna make it so Jody actually hears that and warns me about it, if that's okay.
Sure. You recognize this kind of sound. You heard it the night before, and from what you can tell, this is the sound of a sleeping bear. Except you don't just hear one. This is a very loud noise that is emanating from this cave, and at first guess, it sounds like there's almost like a pack of bears hibernating inside this cave through the daytime.
Whoa.
Well, I tell the rest of the group what Jody discovered there.
Well,
I'm
that's
gonna
unfortunate.
say, oh shit.
Did anyone take note of how many hit points the last bear we fought had?
That's not a thing we would know.
Yeah.
Okay.
It took a lot of hits, I
Yeah.
think, is probably the best we can say.
It took a lot, and there was only one of them.
Yeah. How many bears were there?
You've only heard them, so without sneaking in for a closer look, it's hard to say at the moment.
Okay.
Reg, Sazerac, you guys still have a move. Do you want to try and investigate?
I'm sort of headed towards the cave entrance, but not just at the mouth of it.
Mm-hmm.
If I actually get a good roll, I can probably sneak in and have a look.
I think it's worth a risk.
How high is your
Hang on.
is your
I
stealth,
think
Marley?
I've got something here. Can I use eye for detail? Or would you want me to be closer to the cave?
Eye for detail is...
I think it's bonus action perception.
Yeah, bonus action perception to spot a hidden creature or object to make an investigation.
That's
check.
more of a... That's like more of an in-combat feature, because you don't really have actions and bonus actions like when you're
Gotcha.
exploring.
Marley, how high is your stealth?
So I have a... It's just a +1, but I have invisibility.
Oh yeah, that's true. Go for it. Go for it. If you're invisible, then yeah, go for it.
Yeah, invisibility.
Oh,
Yeah.
I have invisibility.
Do
No.
you? No. Oh, you have C invisibility.
Oh, useless. I can.
You can
you,
see
yeah.
me.
I can hide almost behind a rock about this big. And I have a +5 to stealth.
Ah, okay. If only I could give you my invisibility.
You can cast it on anybody.
Oh! Okay, I'm gonna cast my invisibility on Galad.
Reluctantly, even though she's reluctant, I managed to convince her to let me go instead. Okay,
Very
and roll
well.
for stealth.
Yeah, with advantage, so roll twice and take the higher.
Okay. Ah. 22.
Oh,
22.
It's good.
There's the slightly off-putting feeling of being turned invisible before you adjust to it and start to head forward into the cave.
Watch my bunny, Marley.
of course.
There's the river, it bends left slightly, and as you go around the corner, you get a good look into the cave. At your first immediate count, you see what looks to be 8 bears
Oh my god.
asleep
Oh.
in the cave.
Okay, I sneak right the fuck out of there then. wide is this cave?
Probably about 30 feet wide.
That's too wide for a corridor of death.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking about this stuff that can hit multiple enemies in a cone shape. I've got one of those, but it would not work very well.
Either way, that's not going to give us much with numbers.
Yeah.
No.
8 bears, that's about a bear and a half each. I think I could possibly take a bear and a half, but
I wouldn't
Maybe
feel
not.
confident.
Rex, I
but
know you want to fight everything all the time, but sometimes we need to walk away.
I'm happy to not fight, but I'm just saying, if it comes to it, then I might.
Marley?
I
Alright.
would 100% turn into a bear.
God damn it.
Wait, what? Sorry?
I can turn into a
Marley
bear if I
turns
want
into a
to.
I don't think you can.
With disguise self.
Oh, that still leaves you in a humanoid shape, so you
Oh
would
my
be
god!
you would be an elf.
You'd look like a furry.
Oh my god.
You look like something straight out of BoJack Horseman.
Yeah. This is what I'm gonna do. They won't notice.
Okay, before Marley can enter the cave, I grab the back of her cape and pull her out.
Did I have a bad idea, Galad?
Yes! Please don't get yourself killed. This is like the 8th time you've risked your life.
Sorry, sometimes I just need reality checks, okay?
Play yourself some music and calm down.
That's a good idea. I get out my drum.
Thank you.
Are you sure you want to get the drum out with the sleeping bears?
True.
She's not in the cave. She's outside it. She
Yeah.
should be fine.
God.
Okay.
So, lots of bears. Big problem. What if we blew
need
up the
to get
mountain?
stronger.
Do we need to go in the cave? Or
We don't
Well,
need
it
to
is
go
just a
in it.
hill.
Technically, we can do whatever we want. We don't
Yeah.
need to do anything.
Does it
Yeah.
look like the river comes from the cave, or does it go through the cave and then come out on the other side?
It looks like it comes through and comes out the other side.
We could probably just go over the hill then and avoid the cave entirely
Yes,
and
please.
further afterwards. If we don't have to fight 8 bears.
Does anyone have animal friendship?
I do not want to be friends with
I have
a
animal
bear.
friendship.
Do you?
Is that level 2 or 3?
I have no idea, babe. I don't know a single person that's ever cast animal friendship.
I think I could have it. That's
I
a
played
cleric
D&D.
spell, right?
I don't know.
I think it's a cleric spell.
I think I was gonna get it.
Who's got the highest survival check?
That's not
Oh.
a thing.
Yeah, it's not really a thing that you guys would know.
Like,
Yeah.
checks don't exist in D&D.
No.
Alright. What I'm
Uh,
thinking
It's not.
is
What? It's not a cleric spell. Shit.
Why would it be a cleric spell?
I don't know. Sometimes they have that weird shit.
I have a very simple option which we may be able to do.
Hmm.
Okay.
There's lots of trees nearby. Can we make a boat?
Why?
It's just a
Yeah.
hill. We can just walk over it.
Yeah, but at least that way we could just row the boat straight through the
How
river.
long do you think it would take us to make a boat? And like, how
It's-
good
it's-
at making boats do you think?
I can't say I've ever made a
Marley
boat.
ideas.
Depends on our checks. We never know.
Please don't give Marley ideas. She wants to go in that cave real bad.
Hey, I'm coming up with some really fun ideas. You guys are just, I'll tell you in a second when I've finalized it. But
Oh god.
I have plans.
While I think I could possibly make a boat given the right tools, I think a boat in the cave would be worse than just
Walking through the
swimming.
cave.
Oh, walking over the hill.
The river might narrow a little. I think going over the hill, if we're going to go avoid the cave, I think around is better than through, in my...
Basically, I think what we need to establish is whether we're trying to avoid the bears altogether or we want intel from a bear.
Avoid the bears.
That's
There's 8 of
8
them.
is a lot.
Yeah, like I would go for intel, but we did try that before we woke up a sleeping bear for intel, and it
Yeah.
did try and kill us.
I think all the bears are going to tell us is that either they're not affected by this corruption, but they're pissed that we woke them up, or they're going to tell us they're pissed because of the corruption. Either way,
They're
I'm
gonna
pretty
fight
sure
us.
wake a sleeping bear is an expression for a reason.
And if you're worried about what's in the cave, we can enter from the other side and just check real quick and conclude if there's anything like on the other side of these bears. If we really need to.
Yes, on the other
Yeah.
side, and then
I'll
keep
probably still be invisible
northwest.
by the time we get over, right?
Yeah, it lasts
Yeah,
for an
you're
hour.
invisible for an hour. It's only going to take you a couple. It's not a huge hill. It's only going to take you a couple minutes to reach.
Okay.
Oh,
Why
so
don't we do that?
Let's just go through the hill.
Yeah.
Over.
I'm gonna
Not
very excitedly run up the hill.
As
16 bears on the hill.
unfortunately, the hill is made of bears.
Just a super bear.
No, our running on top of the hill woke the ones in the cave up, and they come from either side. And
Guys, did you know I'm secretly a bear?
Oh fuck. I'm
As,
just a furry, I can't help.
Your excitement is kind of justified as you reach the top of the hill. As you crest the hill, it's a pretty impressive sight on the other side. It feels like when Simba and Mufasa are looking across the plains, as this river comes out the other side, and this is the edge of the forested area, and from here it is just open plains, and in the distance you can see the colossal mountain, Mount Shale, within which is housed the capital of this nation. And it's a pretty awe-inspiring sight, just the wide open fields. But as far as this river runs, looks to run towards the mountain, and
In my excitement, I'm going to pull out my my horn and blow it as loud as I can. So it's like a like that.
okay,
That's a horn sound.
That's pretty good.
Thank you.
Okay. What are the rest of you doing? You're not quite matching the pace of the excited Marley. You will reach the top and see the river lead out across these plains. You see the mountain in the distance. Top of it breaching through the cloud line even.
Does the river still flow northwest, or is it?
It bends to a more north, like a more like straight north direction.
And there's no more forest this direction.
No, you have reached the edge of the forest. Oh, sorry, bends to a more west, more straight west than north.
I think it's possible then that this is as far northwest of the forest we can go, and the wolf said the corruption was coming from over here. So perhaps that cave is where we need to be.
I still don't think it's a good idea.
Oh, I'm not saying it's a good idea, I'm just...
Saying that that's probably our option.
I have an idea, okay? It's a really good idea. I promise.
It's probably better than mine, so go for it.
It actually, your idea inspired this.
Oh, no.
So, right.
Two boats.
Anybody... Does anybody have a lightning spell? No.
There aren't any until level 3.
Fuck.
Not level 3, until 3rd level. So until level 5.
Okay, cool.
What is it you're trying to do?
Only fucking
So-
one.
I was planning on going to a tavern and getting some barrels of ale.
We actually have a barrel of ale.
Do we actually?
You have some jugs of cider. You don't have a barrel of ale.
Okay.
Well, okay,
But
close
continue,
enough.
continue.
Okay. So, getting said barrel of ale and some cider, whatever, you know, just alcohol, flammable substances, etc. And making a boat that could house these things and only these things. Rushing in very, very quickly, light it on fire, and blow up the bears. And then any that survive, any that survive, we will cast some kind of spell on the river itself, which is why I asked for the lightning. Or
Pixie, speak your truth, Betty.
So you want to build a pirate-style flame ship?
Yes.
Well, I mean, a modified version of that is I could sneak in and set the trap and then get far enough away and just blast a fireball at the alcohol, and at the very least we could get them out of the cave.
And then
for a better
hide.
fight.
See, what we could do that, and then Pixie, Marley throws Earth Tremor as well.
Yeah. This is an idea, right? We can build a boat, get
Let's
some.
do it now while I'm still invisible, then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're all asleep, so we've got the drop on them.
We're all fully healed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think maybe what we need to do is not aim to kill the bears. Maybe we just need to aim to get the bears out of the cave so that we can see what's in the cave.
Get the bears far away from the cave. I like that.
Yeah.
I'll say, Fiara, make a nature check.
Flush them out.
I suck at those. Like, that's the thing I want.
Wait, why is BR making a nature check?
Two.
Right.
We'll find out.
Just seeing if you thought of something.
Seeing if I thought of what?
Well, you don't know. You didn't think of it.
It's possible the bears won't want to leave and may just stay to defend their territory. They can be quite territorial.
Well, no one's going to be in the cave.
However, blowing them up, I am on board with. That is something I've never done before, so...
You guys should wait, like, on top of the mouth of the cave, or, like, and just back far enough so they don't see you.
Yeah.
And I will run and hide.
Does anyone have any form of woodworking tools or carpentry tools? Or...
I am proficient in carpenter's tools. I do not have any on me, however.
I have tools.
Can you share your tools with Regs and we'll get some kindling from the trees?
What kind of tools do you have?
Thieves' tools?
Yeah, that's mostly lockpicks and a small magnifying glass. Unfortunately, it's not going to help you.
I have a candle.
I have an axe to get it. It's just making it into something where we might struggle. Although this craft is planks and rope, and I've got rope, so...
Oh, and I have a disguise kit.
That's mostly makeup.
So, not a bare face.
Okay.
I don't even know what equipment I have. Hold on.
Fucking either.
I have a crowbar.
Nice.
All right. Why is the wizard got a crowbar?
Okay.
Yeah, why does the wizard have a crowbar?
I'm sorry, what?
I have an idea.
Okay.
I have a tinderbox.
Swipe
Keep
right.
the tinderbox. Keep the tinderbox.
Okay.
Right. This is going to sound weird,
Oh god.
but does anybody have a bag? Just an empty bag?
I'm
Or a
sure
bag that can be
everyone
empty?
will have a bag.
Everyone's probably got a backpack on.
Yeah.
Okay. Can we fill up one with leaves?
Why?
I have a component pouch that we could use. It's a small...
You need that to cast your spell.
Oh, okay.
That's got your
Because what I'm
spell.
thinking is that if we get a huge bag of leaves,
Okay.
and then Galed walks right behind the bears, very, very carefully, lights the bag, and then walks out before the bears wake up. The bears will see the fire from one end. They will all run out. They won't see us because we'll be on top of the hill.
But we don't know if that's how they're gonna react, though.
Yeah.
Like,
How would you
do know
react
that's
when it
how
comes to
these
fire?
bears are gonna react, especially because of the fact that we don't know if they've been tainted with something. So, like,
Yeah.
would they really do that?
Guys, my firebolt reaches 120 feet.
I think
I think
like.
it'll be okay if we just have some kindling there and I get 120 feet
Yeah.
away and light it.
We can just blow them up.
Pardon me? Marley, I didn't hear it.
Bad joke, don't worry.
I think I'm on board with the blowing them up idea more than the bag of leaves.
Yeah,
Yeah,
using the
I agree.
alcohol.
Yeah.
I also
Alcohol,
felt that we
kindling,
could
and
just
my-
use our spells.
Yeah.
Like 3 of us are like spellcasters.
Yeah.
And, like, we've got some AoE on us, you know?
Yeah. Worst comes to worst, I cast Earth Tremor on the cave and make it collapse.
Yeah, we don't need to use anything if I just use my firebolt.
Yeah.
Like, I should be pretty much safely out of the cave.
Firebolt, Earth Tremor.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
might do.
What would that do?
Either burn them or crush them.
I don't think that's
Earth Tremor's not really powerful enough to collapse a cave.
And
It is a
fire,
first level
I
spell.
don't think firebolt's
What about-
powerful enough to burn bears to death. Like, it does fire damage, but
I can
it
only
would,
get one, too. That's
yeah,
why
but
I
it wouldn't, like, burn them all until they die.
AJ, what about
Yeah.
Earth Tremor at 2nd level?
No, unfortunately, it's kind of collapsing a cave is kind of out of the reach. There's like higher
Okay.
level spells for that.
Okay.
Oh, I thought you were gonna use it for after they run out and like.
Yeah, we
trap
could do
them.
that. We could just fuck them up a little bit when they come out and they're on fire and a bit like, ah.
So yeah, we should go back to
It's
the.
useful in this fire plan, and it's just occurred to me.
Hmm.
We're near water.
The fire plan, like, I don't think it's gonna work. Like,
No?
we don't have the ability to, like, even if
Which fire plan? The blowing up a barrel of alcohol? or-
any of them, like, even if we had the ability to hit all of them at once with fire, it won't kill them all. Like,
We're not trying to kill them. We're trying to get them out of the cave.
well, some people are trying to blow them up.
Yeah, sorry.
Well,
Pixie
that-
would really want to blow something up.
I really
At
do.
the very least, they'll be hurt by it. And I doubt we'll see all 8 of them at once if you guys are far enough away and I'm invisible and get the stealth well enough.
Okay,
Like, this is what I mean. Like, we can at least divide and conquer at the very least.
Fiara, what do you
Right.
think?
here's what's going through my head.
Mm-hmm.
I feel unequipped to handle 8 bears, more than likely at full strength. Even if they do come out of the cave with a little bit of damage, we did our best to try and kill one, and we just managed it. If we're still uncertain of what we're doing, it might be best to go back to town, pick up some
I,
supplies
mean,
to.
I don't think we
Never.
just managed it, though.
No, I think we were
No.
fine.
Marley was hurt,
Yeah.
Yeah, but we also had the drop on them as well. They were asleep before.
and we've got the drop on these ones, but we're all at full health, and like,
Yeah.
And they'll take fire damage from the explosion, most likely, won't
Yeah.
they, AJ? And we won't be, like I said, I doubt we'll engage 8 at once. Bears aren't ones that attack in packs, generally.
Hmm.
Unless they've got some kind of spell or whatever it is with them.
And you guys are hiding.
I think let's go for it.
Yeah.
Because what do you suggest we do in the meantime?
Go back to town, grab some supplies, think of
But
what we
what's
can
the
do.
prize?
Yeah, I
We
don't
have
think-
that much money.
We
And-
all
Well, if you
have
wa-
a healing potion.
Unless you have a
Boo.
power-up potion that makes me level up to level 5.
All right, then.
Sazarak's chickening out.
No. I'm not ticking out. It's just. Alright, I will sit on top of the hill.
So you're just
Yeah?
gonna let us all do it without you?
No. I'll
That's
stick with
where-
Regs. I'll let the firebolters and
Okay.
the magic people.
In that
I
case,
think Frank is gonna help us too.
If we're fighting them, I'm definitely helping.
Oh
I just
yeah,
want-
don't get me wrong. If they come out charging, I'll do my best.
Well, that's the plan, though. You guys wait
Yeah,
where
that's
they
what we're
won't
doing.
see you.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna be invisible and cast it, and I can hide if I'm not super graceful in there.
Cesarat,
They set a big fire, they run out, we attack them.
Cesarat, could I please borrow one of those jugs of cider that you have?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Pass
Okay.
them over to you.
I am going to pour a lot of it on the floor at the entrance of the cave.
Okay.
Oh.
And then, how are we doing the...
Wait, why at the entrance?
Because if they run out, I can set it on fire.
Okay. You're gonna have to make the bomb for me, or the whatever it is,
That's
because I'm
fine.
not really proficient with that shit.
Okay, do we have anything in... like, that we can turn into a bucket? Does anybody have a bucket?
I think I have something that'll help. Let me see where.
Because
was
we can
it?
pour all of the alcohol into it.
Oh.
I do not.
Okay.
I have a tin box.
I don't think that's going to be very big.
Yeah, but
Well, only one person can turn invisible, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And also, if I do that, I lose my other second level spell slot, so I don't want to.
No, that's fair.
I say let's just all prep something at the entrance and then do a countdown and all unleash our shit at the same time.
okay.
Let's
So
at
I have
least
rope.
Yeah.
them.
I have rope. So what we can do is tie some like twig bundles together and
Okay.
give me them and the jug of cider, and I'll go in, set it up, pour the cider on, run out, and cast
That was-
fireball.
Kind of what I was going to go for with the
Okay.
whole leaves thing, but I forgot about twigs.
Yeah, and if I have twigs, I can like tie them together.
Yeah.
And they'll be easier to carry.
Sounds good.
I have 50 feet of rope, so I think probably 10 would be plenty for this. Hey?
10 feet of rope would be fine.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna say, as you guys are planning all of this, because it is getting a bit late to jump into something of this scale, I think we're probably going to leave it there for today and pick up with this next time.
Okay.
If you feel free, if you have any more planning that you guys want to do. Sorry, that got a bit hecked up by all of the technical difficulties, but that was a lot of fun.
That was
good.
fun.
Yeah.
That was good fun.
I mean, when you think about it, we got pretty much as much done as we did last time, too. One battle and some fooling around, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Fuck yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah, good job, everyone. That was super fun.
Yay.
Yeah, thank you guys for a wonderful afternoon.
It's been really, really cool.
Evening into night for us, but
Yeah.
Yes.
It's
Thanks
only
for
3 o'clock here. Come join me. Let's party.
yeah, fantastic. Thank you guys very much, and to anyone that's watching.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
Pix, have fun editing all the technical difficulties out.
It'll be fine.
She's an expert. It's fun.
We do it all the time, us streamers, right, Pix?
Hell yeah. Although editing is the most boring part of streaming, not gonna lie.
I can imagine. All right, I think we're gonna head off then now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you for a cool
And
session.
see you next-
Good shit.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
See you in a bit.
See you next
Bye.
week.
Okay, so the really, really fun thing about this is if I close Roll20, I can't get my camera open. Which is wonderful. And that's, I wonder if actually I can switch to another camera. I didn't think about that. Oh, I can! Cool. Okay, I can switch to another camera. That was fun. Hi, Macon. How are you doing? Oh my god, there's 2 of me now. I don't like that. Okay. Oopsie. No. 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 I keep pressing the wrong thing. Oh, you liked having 2 of me? That's hilarious. Oh god, that is so bright. Okay. There we go. I mean, that's slightly better. Ah, my god. Wait, Langers has spent 90 hours watching Pixie. That's actually crazy. Let's do that. That's too fucking right. I mean, who are we raiding? That's the question. So, tomorrow. Tomorrow is Pokemon. I'm looking at the wrong camera. Tomorrow is Pokemon Day. So yeah, Pokemon Emerald tomorrow. Who should we raid? We have Vintage. You know what? We haven't said hi to Vintage in such a long time. I want to go say hi to Vintage. Even, oh my god, is he getting his face camera set up? That's really cool. He was telling us earlier about all of the games that he was playing, like, and getting and stuff. And I'm like, I'm excited for him. Because he was like, he said he's getting a hat in time and a whole bunch of other things. And I'm just like, oh my god. Like, especially with face cam, it's going to be so cool for him. Right. So, let's go raid. Let's go see Vintage. Apparently he's playing Borderlands. And, yeah, I am going to be back on tomorrow. Same time. As always. Macon, I have missed you. I hope you're doing well. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. And, yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. I love you. Take care of yourselves. Goodbye.
Almost like